Well, today, guys, it's Thursday night, and I'm gonna try to probably accomplish more than I'll get done. But I got the dowel pins for the head, so probably try to torque the head down. But then my return fuel line was leaking, so I just went and bought some bulk hose to replace that so that it stops leaking when the car is running. But then I was going to actually install a Tunerview and my S2000 or S300 with the base map and see, you know, how this car runs with it. I did find out that you cannot use the narrowband only for the output into the stock ECU, so I'll be desoldering that and getting that harness put back together. But then I bought a bun to weld onto the current down header so that we can still have the stock O2 plus the wideband running. So yeah, I don't know how much of all that list I'll get done today, but I'll take little snippets as I'm going along, and thanks for watching. So this right here was the return line that I was talking about. It kind of looks like it just like dry rotted from sitting. So I don't know, but I don't know if you can really see those cracks or not, but it basically cracked. Oh, it's blocking it. But it basically cracked like right at the fitting. So just gonna replace that line real quick, and then that will be done leaking. So there's the new fuel line installed, just the return line, so that doesn't leak anymore. Started up and checked it, definitely doesn't leak. So next will be getting the radio moved so that I can put this Tunerview in the normal spot for the radio. This is like a little digital display that will hook up to the S300, and then you'll be able to get the outputs from the ECU directly on the screen. So yeah, so I'm gonna start with that. So the idea for me is to basically move the radio from this spot down to here. So I'll pull this out. This is actually just the cover. I removed the CD player. It actually wasn't the CD player. When I bought my car, it was actually the stock radio behind there, so that was odd to say the least. But anyways, so I'll pull that out, move this down to there, and then start wiring up the Tunerview there, and then hook up the ECU to the S2000 and load a base map just to test it and see how the outputs work on the Tunerview. Alright, so I got the radio out and the CD. Like I said, I forgot what it was, but it was actually just double-sided taped in there. But whatever. So now I'm just gonna pull the radio wire down to there, and then actually mount the radio in some side holes here. It looks like there's some on this side, so I don't know if you can see that. I might have did that too fast, but there's some mounting holes there that I'll just screw the deck into so that it's stable down there. Alright guys, so I'm trying to work on this Tunerview, and I think I just fried this little box. Neither the positive nor negative were labeled, so I used the white wire as positive and the green wire as negative, and the little solid state, I don't know what those are called, in there started smoking, so I unplugged it and I tried to reverse it and it didn't work. And I'm using the 12-volt switched from the radio, and the radio still works, so I'm really not too sure where to go from here on this. The device didn't even power up though, so they have this little, I don't know, cable running to the actual device, and I could not get this actual device, this screen, to power on. And this was kind of extra off of the turbo kit I bought. He had it, but I don't even think that module will work with a V3 S300 anyways, so I'm probably gonna have to order a new one of those, and hope this device here still works. Otherwise I'll be buying something that I didn't even really want in the first place. But I thought it would be cool to hook up. But at least I got the wires down, and the radio hooked up. It's getting really dark now, so I'm just gonna tie this up, and then yeah, probably pull the car in and plug in the S300 and try to load a base map on it and just start it and see how it goes on the computer. Well guys, I've been working on trying to get either the S300 or the Tunerview to work, and this little box for the Tunerview that converts it for the S300 I do not believe is working. When I wired it up, it started smoking, so I unplugged it right away. But yeah, it didn't even power up the actual Tunerview display. So I emailed them to see, what they recommend. I don't really want to buy another one of those modules if the whole display doesn't work or something. So then I moved on to the S300. And I thought it was working okay, and then the car was running really super poorly, and I just put the base map on it. So then I tried to change the base map of a GSR, and it wouldn't load. So then I took it apart. So here is the here's the ECU all taken apart, but it looks like the company I bought it from, they didn't solder the rest of the pins on. So these pins, when I pulled the board off, the pins came right out and they're not soldered on the board. That's really hard to see, it's really dark here. Oh, that's too bright. There you go. But so those are supposed to be soldered right there, and they're not. So yeah, that's not gonna zoom in on there, but so yeah, so trying to find my soldering iron, but my garage is a total disaster and I literally can't find it. I was just using it to solder up the wideband, and now I can't find it. I have two different irons, but the other iron I have has too big of a tip. So but yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. So Thursday night, but be back at it tomorrow, and hope to post a video tomorrow too. Hoping I can get the S300 at least in the car and working. If not, work with the company I bought it from to try to see why it's not working. I supplied them like a Virgin P28. The thing looked brand new when I sent it to them, so I'm assuming it's not the ECU. But then maybe tomorrow too, I'll take the header down, drill a hole in it, and weld in the new O2 bun so that I can have the original O2 sensor with the wideband at the same time, so that I can take the emissions the one last time once I get my approval for the non-emission license plate or whatever, hobbyist plate. So alright, well, take care. Please like, subscribe, and share if you could. I'm going to try to record and upload videos at least weekly here until we get to making some boost.